So I made a video yesterday, and for some reason, sometimes when I, press record and save, it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't process properly. And so I don't end up getting the video. The same might happen here because the thing keeps freezing. But yeah, I was talking in that video about the second video. So on the, I think it's uh, stage 5 or something. I found this video of some guy believing that he's an exorcist and his dad's an exorcist, and he's so convinced that demons are 100% real, that they talk a different language, and I was kind of listening to him, and it sounds very convincing, but I do know it says number one Judah on it, which I feel like is a bad sign because Judah reminds me of Judas, like the betrayer, someone who's kind of against Christ or whatever. But yeah, and it made me think that I would love to go on to Big Brother and meet these people who definitely believe in demons, and believe that they have stories about how they've healed people and stuff. When it comes to demons, I don't actually believe in them. So I think anyone who believes in them, I want to know why you believe in them. I'm not going to just be like, no, they're not 100% not real. I'd like to know what they have seen for them to believe that demons are real. Just because you've heard some crazy sound, that doesn't mean that demons are real. I mean, it could have just been the wind and stuff. Sometimes people believe things based on silly things. But yeah, sometimes these people also, they claim to have messages from God and know anything about Jesus and stuff. And well, if these same people are happy to go on about, how they've seen God or spoken to Jesus or whatever, then that they're liars. If I'm saying that I'm God and I'm Christ, because I know that I am, but if people are kind of like, maybe I am, maybe I'm not, like if there's a sort of a 50-50, an open-minded view on me, I'd love to meet these people and just think, what would they say about me? Because if they're going to, oh, I spoke to God and God told me that you're not Christ, if they start saying nonsense like this, then that they're just full of lies and that they can't be trusted. And I don't know if this is recording because the screen keeps freezing, but yeah, I would love to meet these people and just see what they say to my face about why they believe in demons. I do believe in ghosts because I've seen loads myself. I've got a feeling now that I know that I'm God. I feel like a lot of the sightings might have just been my higher self trying to, um, I don't know, give a bit of excitement for me or whatever, give me a story to tell. But yeah, I don't know. I would like to hear other people's views on ghosts and stuff. And I do think my higher self loves films, and so would happily, try to make ghostly phenomena real just to inspire films. I know that she would do that. And yeah, today I've also been thinking more about like the first stage of Big Brother, because I keep trying to pull it back to reality. And the reality is that I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if there's going to be a worldwide global Big Brother. I keep doing research into it, and I'm finding there doesn't seem to be anything that suggests that that's going to happen. And then it just makes me feel like, well, if I go into the Big Brother, the UK one, like for 6 weeks, you know, should I even keep my belief secret for a couple of weeks? I mean, I know 100% won't trust Big Brother in the first few weeks because I have no reason to, I have no reason to trust them. So I don't think, I usually love like the idea of going into a diary room and talking to a talking camera. Um, but yeah, because I have so much distrust towards just everyone, including the show or anyone who might potentially know about me and has ignored me for such a long time, because I have such a distrust towards them. Um, I feel like I wouldn't even want to talk to them. Like that's kind of how bad it is. And then I'm just thinking, but if I am only going to have 6 weeks to tell people that I'm Christ, am I really going to want to hold it a secret if I think that I only have 6 weeks to try and convince the population that I am Christ? And so yeah, I don't know how to play it or how it would go. Um, on one hand, I don't want to expose it too soon because I want people to know me for who I am. But on the other hand, if I feel like I'm going to be evicted, like if I did get on that show, I think there's a very high chance that I'm going to be evicted first. And I think the only way that would prevent me from feeling that way is if I have some sort of immunity that gets me to the final six or whatever. Um, that is something that I would definitely need. Otherwise, I'll probably just be tempted to say everything in the first week because I don't want to get in case I get kicked out, I'd probably believe that if I didn't have some sort of immunity, that I probably will be the first out. I have no trust in the producers or whatever. Um, if the producers do believe that I'm God, they might deliberately put me in there because of that, but they might not give me an immunity card. Why? Because they want me out and they don't want me to prove to the world that anything. And I have no trust in them whatsoever. So yeah, I'm trying to think about things on a realistic level. Pretending that there isn't going to be a global show, pretending that I'm not going to be linking up with America or Australia, which may be on at the same time. But yeah, I don't know. I just know I don't trust anyone. So I feel like I'm trying to play out how it should go. But yeah, it's hard. Also, I've noticed that I haven't just got one aquatic snail in there in that tub. I've now got three, and I have no idea where they've come from. I noticed one, and then about half an hour later, I saw another, and then another half an hour later, I saw them mating, and now there's three in there, but they're all the same size, so none of them looks like a baby. So I don't know, but I've got a feeling that in a couple of weeks' time, there might be loads of these little aquatic snails in there.